because they sipping out the same glass. With that being said, before I get to this football segment, and I hope my man Truck D still listening, let me go ahead and finish out this Supreme Court. Y'all don't know what the Supreme Court it is, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It is the top 9 people at any position or any job in sports, whether it be coaching, player, or actual position. The number 9 dude is one of my favorite players, one of the greatest centers in my mind. He's number 9 on this list. 1, Big Pat Ewing, big ups to Patrick Ewing. Then I got my man Bob Lanier, one of the greatest centers ever. Then I got the A Train, Artis Gilmore at 7, David the Admiral Robinson at 6, Shaquille O'Neal, the aforementioned Shaquille O'Neal, the great Shaquille O'Neal at 5, the great Moses Malone at 4, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon is the 3rd. This dude came to America, had only played organized ball 1 year of his life. He came here as a soccer player, a 6'10", 6'11" soccer player. He left arguably the greatest center ever. He's one of the most skilled players off the dribble. The dream shake, up and under. Nice jump shot, defense. He did it on all levels. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, 2-time world champions. Is number 3. This dude, I never seen him play. I've only heard legend and stories about him. You know you great when you get better every year you get away from your career. Well, next year he'll be even greater. When you look at the NBA record book, it's like this dude's goddamn resume. And he said this, and it sealed the deal for me when he said Michael Jordan told him, "I'm greater than you. Look at what I did." And he told Michael Jordan this, and it solidified him as one of the all-time greats. He said, "You know the difference in me and you, young fella? When I played, they made the game hard for me to play. As you played, they changed the rules to make it easy for you." That is a quote by the great Wilt Chamberlain. Big up to Wilt at number 2. And even though I think Magic Johnson is the greatest of all time in NBA history, I think this is the greatest basketball player in basketball history. 3 NCAA appearances, or 3 years played in NCAA, 3-year championship. One of the first dudes almost won league MVP and rookie of the year. 6 MVPs, 6 NBA championships, the all-time leading scorer, top 10 in rebounding, retired number 1 in assists. He retired number 1 in blocks. His name is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He the number 1 center in the history of the NBA. And as y'all heard me say, I think he's the greatest basketball player ever as well. With that being said, are you ready for some?
Come on. We will win. Because we will hit all game. We are motivated. We are dedicated. Come on now. Come on now. We will win. Because we are the best on the field. And we hit the field like all day light, all night light, on the blue light, offense light, defense light, his squad light, house call light, and it sound light, and it sound light, and it sound light.
That is the warm-up for the NFL. This is about to close out the show. I got about 25 more minutes on my show. Thank y'all for tuning in to the End of the Bench podcast. More than that, thank you for being a subscriber and a family member. We don't have followers here at Built for this network. Y'all part of the family. Y'all use y'all social media to connect with us. We're not going to use the word follow. Hit the follow button. Subscribe to the network. Please continue to support us and our great DJ. First of all, as I stated 15, 20 minutes ago, Monday, we start the week off. One of the most entertaining and most engaging personalities in all of podcasting. My main man, my brother, the number 1 Chief Rocker Jersey Vern at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, which is 9 a.m. Central Standard and 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's the number 1 Chief Rocker Jersey Vern. And then myself today, the second day of the week at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 Eastern and 3 Pacific Standard Time. Your man, you're listening to me now, HRap B, the End of the Bench podcast. And then Wednesday, me and Chief, We got sick of people complaining, pissing, moaning, and not coming up with solutions. So we talk about the problems in the community. We talk about the news in the community, and we come up with solutions by creating a family. Y'all know my moniker. It is family. It is clan. It is village. It is village, and it is tribe. That's how I get down. That's how brothers gonna work it out. Do it every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mooka Dean, one of the dopest DJs. He multi-talented. He ain't just got one style. He got many styles. All the time, every Thursday, he burning it down. I'm telling you, get some asbestos for your ears. He gonna burn your damn eardrums out. And then DJ Knox, Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Equally dope as Mooka Dean. We got the DJs, we got the personalities, we got the conversations, and I got a new show. I'm in production of that show now. It is called Life from All Angles. The show is about humanity. We all have trials and tribulations. We all go through things. And instead of judging, I am going to put those people in front of you, ask them a series of questions so you can know where they came from, how they got to where they were, and how they pulled themselves out of those situations, or where they came from, how they made themselves a total success. We're going to talk about life from all angles, whether you are at the lowest point of your life or the highest point of your life. These are stories about champions. These are stories about the people in your neighborhood. Mad love to all the people that's going to be on the show. And big ups to my little bro, Chris Reinhardt, who just joined the show. Big ups to you, brother. And if you're a podcaster and you want to join the network, holler at DJ Knox, man. Reach out to DJ Knox. He's right there. His email, go to his profile. His email right there. Email us a little bit of your work. Tell us what you want to do, and we'll be able to put you in where you fit in. We trying to expand the brand, but we don't want no quitters, because you got to be built for this. This is for the strong, not the weak. And just remember, every day of the week, you will be listening to us in some capacity. And if you want to know who us is, it's
Built for this network.
And don't you forget it. Now, the NFL is this week, y'all. And the Chicago Bears are kicking it off. Before I get into any of that, I want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. If you are a person born in the 60s or the 70s, and you are not from Philadelphia, you are not from New York, New Jersey, DC, you are either at one point in your life you are a Dallas Cowboy fan, or you were a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. The Dallas Cowboys named themselves America's team. My man Chuck D, who was on the show a little earlier, he touched on a couple things that I was going to touch on. Something that I really don't like. As I told y'all, it seemed like everybody charged with melanin or kissed by the sun in this country. When you kiss by the sun, it seems that you always have a flaw in your game that they want to highlight. No one I haven't even heard podcasters talk about it. I'm not gonna say they not. I know damn well Fox, Bleacher Report, ESPN, and none of those big boys, they not talking about it. But everybody keeps talking about my brother Dak Prescott and what he cannot do. He needs help. Yeah, he needs help, huh? Let me see. Mario Manningham, Amani Toomer, Plexico Burris. What's the big running back name? Chief was with the Giants. He went to SIU. Anyway, Bradshaw. I think it's number 27. That's help. Eli. And when that help left, Eli had been to the playoffs in 5 to 7 years. He went from sugar to shit when that help left. Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. He had Sterling Sharp. He had Andre Rison. He had Walker. He had Brooks. He had Dorsey Evans. He had Butler. He had the boy Green from Nebraska. That sounds like help. And he only won one Super Bowl. Tom Brady had a 10,000 rusher named Corey Dillon. Brandon Jacobs. Thanks, Chief. Tom Brady had a 10,000 yard rusher in Corey Dillon. He had Deion Branch. He had Brown. He had Randy Moss. He had the boy out of Florida. I can't think of his name. That sounds like help, man. Ben Roethlisberger had Plaxico Burress, Hines Ward, Antonio Brown, Latavius Bryant. All those dudes made Pro Bowls. Sound like help. He had Jerome Brown, Fast Willie Parker, Le'Veon Bell. That sound like help, man. So how the hell is it a problem that Dak Prescott need that same type of support system? Because you damn sure can't throw the ball to yourself, and y'all always get this propaganda out here. You can't run the ball. You can't run around with the ball and then be a good quarterback. This is why I don't like NFL coaches. Because if you got a quarterback that's good at running, why don't you design some plays to move the pocket like they used to do with the great John Elway? Shout out to Dan Reeves, another dude who understood how to work talent around him. Bill Parcells, if you couldn't do everything, you had to just do what you could do. See, that's the sign of a great coach. Jacoby, the boy in Indy right now, Bill Belichick knew he wasn't that good with the playbook, so he simplified the playbook until he expanded. What people don't know is when Bruce Arians, the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, was the offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh, he told Ben Roethlisberger, only look to your right. And then when it ain't nothing to your right, dump it off to the running back. That was his first 2 years in the NFL. First 2 or 3 years in the NFL. That's what the playbook was. So everybody has to be coached properly. And instead of telling us what Dak Prescott does not do well, how about we talk about what Jason Garrett don't do well? Like lead men. Like be a successful fucking head coach. And all these guys on TV telling us that Dak Prescott is not worth $33 million. He's not worth $28 million. Yeah, that's too much. No, the fuck it ain't. Because it wasn't that much when that bum-ass Matthew Stafford got all that money. It wasn't that too much when Kirk Cousins got all that money. It wasn't too much when Eli got that damn money. And those dudes ain't better than nobody. But when it comes to one of the bros got to sell their soul to the devil, save 4 white ladies, and take a bullet for the Pope to get some damn money. See, I want D-Grade and Truck D to call me and let me know how they feel about the fact that Jerry Jones could have signed Dak when they lost that playoff game last year. Because if Dak is your man, when y'all lost in the playoffs, you could have got Dak for $18 million. And y'all wouldn't be having this damn conversation right now. You could have got him for $18 million. And then 3 months later, when the boy signed for $22 million, you could have got him for $23 then. And then when the boy and when Russell Wilson said, y'all need to run that money at me in April, or I'm out of here. Why wasn't nobody talking about that? See, what has really happened is Jerry Jones was trying to lowball that brother and get the best possible deal. Because he thought the boy was going to give him the discount that the boy Smith gave him. See, Smith, when you have a career-threatening injury like that and you bounce all the way back, yeah, you'll give somebody a discount because they looked out for you. And let's not forget, he came to Smith a year early. Like I've been saying the last month, don't come at me with no damn coupons the day after the sale. You want to use your coupon? Come a week before. When we say it's a sale, you better come your ass in with the coupon, then you can use it. Otherwise, don't be coming at that brother with no coupon. See, Jerry Jones want to talk that nonsense. Oh, well, if he really want to win. Man, I'm trying to win in life, chump. You just bought a $250 million boat, but you don't want to give me $32 million over the next 5 years? Man, go to hell, Jerry Jones. And, hey, I know D-Grade ain't thinking this, and I know Truck D ain't thinking it, but if there's some other Cowboys fans out here thinking about that bullshit, y'all can go to hell. I ain't got a dog in the Cowboy fight. But y'all crazy as hell if y'all think that young man need to take less money to help him win a ring because he in Dallas and he can make money on the side. Damn that. Damn